Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm excited to kick off this presentation today. We'll be talking about effective follow-ups in our sales funnel. The focus is on how we can improve our engagement and close more deals. Over the next few slides, we'll explore strategies, best practices, and tips to enhance our follow-up process. Let's get started. Let's talk about why follow-ups matter. First, the credit model we use requires some time for decision-making. It's not always instant, so staying in touch helps move things along. Second, following up builds confidence with your prospects and helps reduce any hesitation they might have. People often need a little reassurance or more information before making a decision. And here's an important point. Most sales actually happen after 5 to 7 contacts. That means persistence and consistent follow-up can significantly increase your chances of closing the deal. When you connect these dots, it's clear that follow-ups aren't just polite. They're essential for turning prospects into customers and achieving your sales goals. Let's talk about the follow-up objectives. First, it's important to remind and reconfirm interest. We want to ensure that the potential client or partner is still engaged and enthusiastic about moving forward. Next, clarifying any concerns they might have is crucial. This helps us address any doubts and build trust. Creating a sense of urgency is also key, making sure they understand the value of acting sooner rather than later. Finally, guiding them toward closing the deal is about smoothly leading the conversation to a positive decision. All these points tie back to the overall goal of our presentation, building strong connections and closing effectively. By focusing on these follow-up objectives, we set the stage for a successful outcome. All right, let's walk through the follow-up structure. First, right after an interaction, ideally within the same or next day, we want to thank the customer and provide a quick breakdown of what was discussed. This sets a positive tone and confirms that we're attentive. Then, within 2 to 3 days, it's important to address any concerns they might have. Showing we're available to handle questions helps build trust and keeps the momentum going. Around 1 week after, we should introduce a sense of urgency. This encourages the customer to take action without feeling pressured, but highlights that timing is important. Between 10 to 14 days, an in-person visit can make a big difference. It personalizes the relationship and gives us a chance to reinforce our value directly. Before any price change, it's crucial to notify the customer in advance. This transparency helps maintain trust and prepares them for any adjustments. The last attempt is our final call to action. This is where we really aim to close the deal or secure commitment. Finally, a relationship touchpoint should be ongoing, ensuring that we're nurturing the connection beyond just sales. Overall, this structured approach ensures consistent, thoughtful communication that keeps the customer engaged and builds a lasting relationship. Let's talk about some effective follow-up methods we can use to ensure engagement. First up, in-person visits are actually the most impactful. There's nothing quite like face-to-face interaction to build trust and reinforce our message. Next, phone calls are also very effective. They allow us to have a more personal touch and clarify any questions right away. Then we have communication through messaging platforms like Telegram or WhatsApp. These are convenient and quick ways to stay connected, especially for people who prefer texting over calls. SMS reminders are another useful tool. They serve as gentle prompts that keep our message at the top of someone's mind. All these methods play a vital role in our overall strategy by helping us maintain contact and increase the chances of successful follow-up. The key is to choose the right method based on the context and the audience, ensuring our efforts are as impactful as possible. Let's take a closer look at the call to action framework. First, we have urgency. This is about creating a sense of immediacy, like highlighting price or stock changes that require quick action. When people see that something is changing fast, they're more likely to act now rather than later. Next is simplicity. Making the steps easy and straightforward is crucial. If the process is complicated, people might hesitate or abandon their decision. Clear, simple steps help guide them smoothly through the action we want them to take. Then we have decision guidance. Providing options is key here. Instead of leaving people unsure, offering clear choices helps them feel confident about what to do next. It reduces hesitation and makes the decision easier. And finally, convenience. This is about removing friction, like handling payroll or other administrative tasks seamlessly. When we make it easy and convenient for our audience, they're more likely to follow through because it fits into their routine effortlessly. Connecting all these points to our overall theme, the goal is to make the call to action as compelling and effortless as possible, encouraging immediate response and engagement. Let's take a moment to talk about the golden rules. First, guide, not push. This means we should focus on leading others through influence and support, rather than forcing our ideas on them. It creates a more positive and collaborative environment. Next, document all actions. Keeping a clear record helps us stay organized, track progress, and ensure accountability. Consistency is also key, whether it's in our messaging, processes, or behavior. It builds trust and reliability. Using numbers is another powerful tip. Quantifying our results helps communicate value clearly and makes our achievements tangible. And finally, always end with a clear call to action. This directs people on the next steps, making sure everyone knows what to do to move forward. When we apply these rules, we create a more effective and cohesive approach that aligns perfectly with the overall theme of driving success through clarity and leadership. Let's take a closer look at the success formula. It all comes down to 4 key elements: persistence, presence, personalization, and a clear call to action. First, persistence is about staying committed, even when faced with challenges. It's what keeps us moving forward, no matter the setbacks. Next, presence refers to being fully engaged and authentic in our interactions, showing up with confidence and genuine interest. Personalization is about tailoring our approach to meet the specific needs of our audience or clients, making our message more impactful. Finally, a strong call to action is essential. It guides people on what to do next and helps turn interest into results. When these 4 components are combined, they create a powerful formula for success that aligns perfectly with our overall goal of building meaningful connections and achieving sustained growth. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide.